Chumdum Ding Gombo Jawara Yang La Shang Zan Lu Unga Lodrö Dumye Dumdra Nyata Nanda Razare Chene Donga Cheshe Zushe Niji Dakara Lo Yanda Tibi Zara Maru Mando Dungara Jezar Rasa Kala Vaje Daze Yala Dumje Yanda Rudra Jedo Nyamo Nyalo Leje Chado Domza Maru Mase Dungara Nyaga Chanye Chomza Raja Sabjin Dazo Yonda Lezo Jade Do Shudra Jada Jani Jandin Don Muzeran Jawara Yala Andada Umara Bazanarda 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 Tirda Jijim Jera Ozira Je Dalu Dama Mamba Rapsa Le Kwadan Damjo Jola Nomba Ubi Nawa Jeta So Nyaji Jimbo Tsultrim Nyumi Zhang Zoni Molo Jimbo Ngaryat Agar Dangan Zandu Shermado Tumba Dikje Jala Shanzar Lo Aya Teni Natsu Terang Dana Yupi Chuchujinka Namba Tamche Bola Gongzhou de Lodrö.
Good afternoon to everyone who is gathered here this afternoon for the teaching.
Tani Natsu Chuchu Nyambi Gongde Tsangma Tani Shangchim Shokta Semki Gogre.
Before we begin with the teaching this afternoon, it's important that we first make an aspiration of bodhicitta.
아니 나초 다리 탁바 침보고 주냠스 렘발라 데디 샹십지 셈제야데 아니 나초 추천년나양자 곰잡나양자 데닌 돈반돈나양자 딘 남당 남양 데니 요고와 데디즈레.
So as practitioners of the Mahayana path, whatever we do, whether it's listening to teachings or chanting mantras or practicing meditation, we need to do all of these things with an aspiration of bodhicitta.
아니 샹칩지 셈제안데 카르데 메나나 데니 가초 조바 침보 곰난다 샤자 침보 곰난다 데 라와즈가 가초 드반 소난다 간디 파르타라 파르타살라 게와 할레파가 데디 야침보 데디 라보 있나양 동거토니
Without an underlying aspiration of bodhicitta, then any practice we may engage in, even practices as seemingly meritorious as Tsultrim practice and Mahamudra practice, without this aspiration, then in actual fact our merit won't be accumulated in a correct way.
아니 샹칩지 셈제안데 메나 가서 조바 침보 곰나 샤자 침보 곰나 데니 타르와글 람 토야 데니게와 양탁바 용탑그 마리 소네 데니 라마 공만남지 데니 송두.
And that our Dzogchen and Mahamudra practice, and indeed our practice in the path of liberation, we won't be able to accumulate merit in a proper fashion without an accompanying. If we don't have an accompanying aspiration of bodhicitta, is something that many masters in the past have said.
내가 저유 건상 라마 야롱 와트 원조제나 저유 건상 라미 야롱라 데니 zemji 원조고 zemji야 데니 요렘 카보 ngakchong ramboche 데니 콩고 송바레 데니 디 나라 데니 디 로르지티 소 데니 가서 샹칩지 셈메나 데니 족바침보 곰나양 데니 타르와 톱톱고 마레 손에 사로 송요레.
And this was something that Khenpo Nakchong said in his notes to the preliminary practice, that without this aspiration of bodhicitta, then our practice will not advance.
Tani ngonjo go zimtriti nang la tani ta patr rimpoche da inana tani khonga kare songore zena karti shanjip chi se mena tani nga zo zogba chimbo gomni lor gog bar tani samchani tani de na yang ta suso rang gilla tharwa thopa da paru jak tani tharwa thobya ga saun zamyang tani kakbore sone ya patr sangana tani songore songore.
And Paudru Rinpoche also said in relation to this exact issue that if a practitioner of Dzogchen were to remain in retreat for a period of 9 years and practice diligently without the aspiration of bodhicitta, then not even a seed of liberation would be planted, let alone any significant advancement on the path.
Khenpo ngakchung rinpoche khorang ka sona, tani khorang ka lama ka sona, tani da shangchip se mena, tani lor gog bar ta tsokpa chimbo gomna, da tarwi sawon zida parchi tani tepkire soni tani songare.
Tepkire?
No, tarwi sawon tepkire.
Chamchul kasem yuna?
Shangchip se mena.
Oh.
Tani tarwi sawon zida tepkire se mena yangse.
However, Khenpo Nakchung's teacher said that without an aspiration of bodhicitta, it is still possible with this extremely long period of practice that a seed of liberation could be planted.
Tani zogba chimbo gomna ta tarwi saun tev mativ zaya tani kajazare matoba tarwa tobya sochiko songoyo mare.
So whether it's the Paudru Rinpoche or Khenpo Nakchung's teacher, really their discussion, their debate was over a seed of liberation, whether it would exist or not, whether it could be planted or not. The question of final liberation was something that didn't even come into discussion.
Tani nga zo shangchip ka simde mena, yang tani natun jambachi gang yore zina pena nga zo kiram gum, kiram tani lha chowo, tani jar mambo yongkan, shak mambo yongkan tani gum, oya, tani lha chowo zo nyimba mambo jang, tani she dena, karti shangchip ki simde mena, tani nyinka halipa tani chimbo yore.
Another danger of an absence of the aspiration of bodhicitta in relation to generation stage practice, particularly if one is meditating on wrathful deities, there is a danger here.
Tani nyinka karin dukzena nga so lhab gum, tani nyimba jang, tani lha teso tamchepo tani tongba nyimba tani mashi. Lhatazo tamjopo demba ta tendiga nambandra oshini lhamambo gum tani nyemba mambo jang tendishena tani jini shangchip ki semme nini tongba ni ki tongma to tendishena tani ta lhamambo gum na yangja ngakmambo jang na teso tani kiwa shimala tani ju yadak tendiga tani tuchimbo yongkan tani mo jamba mambo la tani nopa shinkan.
There is this danger in relation to meditating on wrathful deities in generation stage practice without an aspiration of bodhicitta is twofold, that one not appreciate that the deity one is meditating on is in fact an embodiment of emptiness, and at the same time without the aspiration of bodhicitta, it is said that through engaging in this kind of practice it is possible that one would be reborn in the next life as a hungry ghost or as a being that commits great harm to others.
Partner Sangam, Songyores, Partner Sangha Songonona, Country Songyores in a Penangatum, Yetum Gilha, Gumni, Tapanson, Yetum Gilhalangatum, Mutang Mutini Lapagenda, then he Kabdat in the shit Tumkendang. Then he Nimba Drani, Nimba Tongshir Mambo in the tip Tamken, then he Nayang, then he Shanchip Gisem Metuani Gito Martona, then he Dunji, Jenda, then he Yarbonda, then he Dun, or the Jigo, then he kivalendroya tindi yore songore.
And Lodrö Rinpoche also spoke of this danger, that there was a danger of possible rebirth in the lower realms as a result of this lack of aspiration of bodhicitta in Idam practice.
Ani Lodrö Rinpoche songni ta yinna yang shangchip ji sem yong kan dang. Tani tongba ni ki ton to yong kan tindi zi yinna na tani nam yang tindi ga tani nyenka yo mare songni tindi songore.
However, what Lodrö Rinpoche did say was that practitioners who do have bodhicitta and also do have a realization of emptiness, they are in no danger.
Tani nga zo pama osar lang la tsam denken da tindi mambo yore pe hale pa yakbore.
That there are so many people staying in retreat here at Pema Wurseling is a really wonderful thing.
Tindi yindi nga zo tsam deya deyang tani shangchip ke sim ke tani zhi ngoma de to mangzhi ngoma de shangchip sim ke tani khongso shige yore ngama tani dunjo rinpoche re tani dongchen chonle no re tani lama pe nga zo manjir nyangma ga tani ta lama ti yan la menkan tani ta ka tani shuche tani song yore tani lam yang tak pa tani tan yore tani ina shangchip ke sim ke mangzhi tani shige yo shak yin ge re ko so re te yang sarwa yang mambo ta yung ge re tani yin di chama tani nga zo zokba chimpo zena yang zawa shangchip ke sim ke toni ro go re te nam yang shi go re.
It's essential that it be understood that the basis of practice, however, including the basis, especially the basis, the foundation of Dzogchen practice, is bodhicitta. And this is something that has been said by many masters in the past, Dudjom Rinpoche included. Lamas today also say the same thing. So this is something that really needs to be taken to heart.
Tani tindi yindi ta nga zo terang nga zo chuchi nyambi kapsi yang tani tsangma ga tani shangchip ku sim yaga po tani gilla eyong meyong tago oche mechis tago re.
So for this reason, before we begin the teaching today, everybody check your own mind to see whether or not how your aspiration is generating.
Tani shangchip ku sim zina Gandhi zila zegar zina nga zo tab depo shini tsika tsik chik goni tani ta shangchip ji sim shadna tani nga ranga simchin tamche tani tondo ta nga sangye go se simchin tamche ka tondo nga ranga sangye go zamba tani lo tela ti shangchip ka sim zegar.
If we're going to put in a nutshell what bodhicitta is, we can say it is the conviction to attain Buddhahood for the sake of other beings.
Tani simchin tamche ji ton zena karere zena tani simchin kamsim simchin tamche po soso la tani kega nanche dungur yenna anda te mayimbi dungur naman hatsuk mambo yore te yenna tani simchin tesu tamche po dungur ti nangli yar tarne tani tarwa thoya tani zi tani ta me shek yin samba tela simchin ji ton zegre.
So when we say for the sake of other beings, what we are referring here to is assisting them in being free from the sufferings of samsara. Sentient beings in general, they face the usual sufferings of samsara, all various kinds of suffering in life, and it's in order to be free from this, to assist them in being free from it, that we speak of for the sake of other beings.
Tani simchin tamche po sangye sala tani roya yana simchin tamche po kamsum korwa nani thariya tindi shi gona soso rang tangbo sangye go re mato pa nga soso rang sangmarje na nga so la tarta tindi nipa yo mari nga rang so rang soso yang korwa nani thayo mari tindi tangbo soso rang tindi korwa nani ya tharna tini simchin jamba korwa nani ya tharwa tindi shi thabgore tindi oda ti tondo marang rang tini sangyewa tini shi gondu samne tini samgore.
So whether it's to be free of the sufferings of samsara or we say it's to attain Buddhahood, the important thing if we are going to assist other beings in getting there is that we first have the ability to do so ourselves. Without an ability to assist other beings in this way, then we are ultimately not able to help them on this path. So it's for this reason that we first make the aspiration to attain Buddhahood and enhance our ability for ourselves.
아니 가서 심진 탐식되니 당 고로왕나니 타리아다. 심진 탐식되니 길가난 저 등물되니 되 메바 어떤 리즈네 삼그스틴디 쉐그 연 삼비 삼로테 삼로페 할리파가랍 침보든디지 든디 삼로테 끼고나 딜리 라부사바네요 말에.
This wish, this sincere aspiration to help other beings be free from samsara and to help them attain Buddhahood is a really great, it's a really wonderful kind of aspiration. It's not, however, one that's particularly easy to generate.
다 옛나양 때니 딜레 라부요 말했다 옛나양 때 가서 yen다만다 딘디 삼 드니 탑다 마탑 드니 수소고 드니 삼 에트 메트 드니 딱고 그래 마토 바드니 가서 상가 도르지 타발라 로종시 난자 테마임 비드니 파르신 탁바 탁바진 볼라 로종시나 데 니가 같으니 망지 오만다고 때레 데 인디드니 데 마요나 잠바초드니 냠린 시나양 때니 약보용고 말에 데 인디 데 강을 같이 요나 데 강을 요나 강을 캬트 산니 데니 삼바데런 그 질라키 탑다 마트 데니 수소랑 같으니 바바시 고레스키 에탑다 고레스.
Despite the fact that it's difficult, however, as students, whether we students of the Vajrayana path or students of the Sutric path, it's essential that we do make efforts, that we work hard to generate this aspiration.
아니가 좀 오바가 되니데 라마 초고이 나더니 라마 냠린바 데니 라마군이 장네 데니 추바데 초는 데니 과랑 초고 식잡사 초 데데리 디토라 식잡 그래.
And in terms of the great practitioners of the Tibetan tradition, the area or the that they really exerted much of their efforts in practice was precisely on this point.
데니 가서 보고 라마 직보 말했더니 보 마이나 데니 잠발랑 그 사차 잠바나 용근 그 탁바침 보고 주냠슬 랭켄즈 있나 데니 인담만다 디토라 상마 식잡고 그래.
And it's not just Tibetan practitioners who have to and do exert effort in terms of bodhicitta practice. Practitioners of the Mahayana teachings, wherever they be or wherever they come from, also have to exert themselves similarly.
다 데니 대랑 가촌디 나라 용켄테소 양 망치슈르드니 다 바마 오서랑네 데니 로 섬다 데니라 데니 곰잡네 데니 시창킨 데니양 망부 요사리 데니 요나나 고초라 데니 샹집고 셈데니 약보 곰유기리 옛나가 가초 대랑 사르다 용켄 데니양 망부 유기리 데나 아니 사르다 용켄 초이나 데니 가초 람 그 냠링 그데니 군전 사테 강레즈나 가초 곰바 땅부디 강가 돌아보고 레즈나 데니 샹집고 셈고 돌아보고 그래.
So today, among us here who are listening to this afternoon's teaching, a number of you, perhaps a large number of you, will be students who have completed the 3-year retreat here at Bema-Wursaling. And if that's the case, then you've presumably cultivated a very good level of bodhicitta. However, there are no doubt also some newcomers to Buddhism who are amongst us today, so it's important to emphasize that to begin with, it's in terms of the aspiration of bodhicitta that we really need to apply our diligence to start off with.
Dani ngaso namgin maso samlo jimu matangna dani nge simjin tamje ko ton da sangi go ndu samban rawda dani simjin tamje po nge dani kirga nan che dungor me patin dis nge Shegen Sambi Samlo te chi Rakpan Rawo, yam rawo tani sushina te tani ke labo yorita ina samlo jemo tane ta ngone tane nge simchen tamche tani dungmate me pa sushe yin ti to nga ngone saje go rewe tani soso go samlo tangna tani yang le labo yo mare te simtak jachimbo simtak chimbo mapchenna le labo zu ke tap ko mare.
The aspiration to work for other beings, to assist them to attain Buddhahood and freedom from the sufferings of samsara, perhaps at a superficial level or at some kind of relative level, it's easy enough to make this kind of aspiration. However, if we look more closely into our minds and look more closely at our level of aspiration, we should ask ourselves, well, really, am I working for the sake of all beings, and am I striving to attain Buddhahood? It's more difficult if we look more closely into our aspiration.
Teni yinda ta ngarang so terang rapo yinda nga so chanship kusem yakpo tarung yakpo ki matsar khanso ta teni sem nang la teni juman rapo shene ta nge teni semjen tamje ko to nge sangye ko ndu nge semjen tamje ko teni tharwal semjen tamje teni tharwi lamla teni roya teni nge shek yin di tonda teni nge sangye ko ndu di sangye ya ko tonda teni terang nge teni Lodrö the Nyangayan Samni Teni Tachi Satang Dampa Pay Halipaga Teni Yabozu Yonata Yang Takpareta Te Menayang Juman Rao Shiniang and Rigore Nirkums the Yang Rigore.
If we have not yet strongly cultivated our aspiration of bodhicitta, then it's okay if we start off in our beginning stages by making perhaps a kind of a contrived aspiration of bodhicitta. We undertake to listen to today's teaching in order to assist other beings obtain freedom from the sufferings of samsara. We listen to today's teaching with the intention of attaining Buddhahood ourselves in order to achieve this goal. And if to begin with our aspiration is not of the highest level of bodhicitta cultivation, then that's okay. If we start off in this way, it's all right.
Teni nga zo teranga teni chuchite shakayin teni chuchite shapi tangbo nga rang zo di na la yongken zo na la nga zo terang wang ta nga yan cho wang thom khen kan rizin du teni wang chik yang teni thom mam yung khen kan rizin du te nga zo shik ta go ndu.
To begin with, before we start the teaching today, I'd like to get an idea among the audience as to who has received an initiation in the past and who has never received a tantric initiation.
Tani tangbo nga rang zo ta nga yan chut tani nga zo lama se nang rapun chapri yaw mare lama chikum dani tani wang kangi na chapar mundu nga zo sanga dorji thapa wang chigi na tamchin rapu re o tani wang thop yung khan te so nga zo lakpa chakne chita gondos.
For those of you who have received an initiation before, and it doesn't matter which teacher from whom you received it or which particular initiation it was, if you have received a Vajrayana initiation before, then please raise your hand now.
Yeah, wang thomkan so ya te chi sho. Tani wang mat ya ta mar sho. Tse gore. Ya tani ta wang mathomkan so wang mathomkan endu. Wang mathomkan yona lakpa cho.
Is there anyone who has not received an initiation before?
Ya, mambo mindu. Chinese maso madu ya. Tani ta nga so chuchinde shakayin tena chuchinde kari zina teni churji papter mbo che teni songs rezi chuchinde.
The text that we're going to be receiving a teaching on was composed by Pachu Rinpoche.
Teni chuchen din na teni papter mboche song din na la teni zokba chimbo ta ta she jang doze mang chi shu ti zokba chimbo ren doze.
And in this text, the main topic is really Dzogchen practice.
Oda tendi yendi tini nga so shertang dzogba chimbo te shertang nga so ta yang chi tambon ra bo she ne tendi ma shi na yang chi gangshong mangshong she ni dzogba chimbo she na teni ta njik ma re dzogba chimbo she na korang la yang chakin mangbo go gre.
It's usually not the case that we begin by directly giving teachings on Dzogchen. In order to receive Dzogchen teachings, there are usually many different criteria and conditions that need to be fulfilled.
Teni zhong di nang la dzogba chimbo mayin khen ge teni nang dun teni yang mangbo nduz.
However, in this text, content aside from that focused on Dzogchen, there is also this other content as well.
Tendi yendi teni nge teni marar zhong de sha pi kap se teni chong tab de bon ra bo shin ne teni chamala sha ge yins.
So it's my intention to give a teaching on the text in a simple and accessible way.
Andi zhong di mangla ka rezin du zena teni thongta warasam da gewi khtam tab gum shoksam nyamlin tambi nyanur jivshawa jikso zeni ta mangti ti rezi te na korang ka nandon di ka rezina ta nga chu jikting ge teni kaja jikting ge teni ta lukji teni khtam teni zin na pe na goti teni tangbo go teni chka tangbo ti gewa yin na teni parti gewa mayem ba jikti gewa mayem ba yana tini ti mjikti gewa yin goti gewa mayim ba tini ta chi jikting kaja tini kaja tam tini chana te chama tangbo yang gewa yin gola yang gewa yin parti yang gewa yin tini mjik yang tini gewa yang takpa yin ken tini kaja ti jikting kaja ga nala pe kombo re parche yo marezi.
So the title of this text is The Propitious Speech from the Beginning, Middle and End, the practice of the essence of the sublime heart jewel, view, meditation, and action. And in terms of the first part of this name, the propitious speech from the beginning, middle, and end, well, what's this really talking about? In general, worldly speech is not something that is propitious in its beginning, middle, and end. Sometimes it starts off virtuous, and then it is not virtuous, it's unvirtuous in the middle. The end is also unvirtuous. Sometimes the end is virtuous, but the middle and the beginning is not. So to encounter speech that is propitious or virtuous in its beginning, in its middle, and its end is a rare thing.
Tambi choose yate te dang ra pos drag mare ze tambi choose ji ze yate pe na teni tsaka khashi zi yo na ti tsaka ti gola yang teni gewa yimba teni parla yang gewa yimba teni mjigla yang gewa yimba sama gewa kyang kyang ma tok pa ta ti aso tambi choose na ti na la mar gewa nda ta teni ka jan ra manda teni sha ka mare tangbo yang gewa re parte yang gewa re thama yang gewa re teni zela thongta war sim da gewi tam ze ne khtam ti nang la kacha ti nang la teni gewa chipo ma tok pa jan pa me pa teni zre.
So unlike worldly or mundane speech that is not virtuous or propitious throughout, the speech or Dharma speech is something that is virtuous in the beginning. It's also virtuous in the middle and in the end as well.
Teni di nang la teni nga cho teni dzogba chimbo ta shertang ka teni sang ka kor ka thaba chimbo ko teni tawa yang di nang la teni shandu zi tina tawa re teni gom nyamlim shitsar te yang di nang la teni shandu teni shopa teni nga cho chupa zi na ko cho shopa ti kare she go re zi ti cho chama nyamse lensar chama ten di nang la teni sha yo re ti gemsen ji teni tabgun shoksum nyamlin nyambo zi teni zre.
And this text covers view, meditation, and action. In terms of view, the view that it is underpinned by is that of Dzogchen, or a Mahayana view. It contains advice on meditation and also action as well. So this is why it's called the practice of the essence of the sublime heart jewel.
Tani tang ola nga tsu tini zhong tu shapi kapsi tini ngay tsundru chigri tondak tu shaki manzi. Tini nga rang tsu yang titsu yang tini mambu mandu tsik chigri ta nga tsu ti boyi ka toni ta na ti kor labo re. Tini inji ta jayi ka tola par giri yung ken titsu yang parchi tini inji re. Tini na ngay nangtun tsu ti tini shanin zhong yin tsik chigri rewa gyab ka manzi.
In my teaching today and over the next couple of days, I'm not going to go through the text one word at a time, introducing the meaning of each individual word. The words, their individual meanings are probably clear enough from the translation, so I'm not going to give this kind of teaching.
Oya namo loka shuraya kamsam dirsi zakmak chiklongwe tserab tamara nabra chuki dre gangwa ngomsa rinchen namsam ji Jabbo Hwardi Ganda Shikir Chigu, Ganjik Tunji Tina Agni Mri, Kajing Nangmar Manjang Shirman Ja, Snawa Terter Chupi Zumyan Dak, Semdang Chuma Dipshir Chuktam Kun. Terta Nayang Tamba Kekipki, Kurunan Ma Doshir Jambungak, Nukshut Pavit Sertang Mamtanbar, Yorgi Mepi, Simki Sulndo Gongs. Zhang zhong qinpo te buang la yi li, zhang bu lam ne zhang bu gong pang ni, zhang bu lam zhang zhou la, zhong la zhang bu tun, de le zhang zhong qie ji zhag men nam, ye ma ning mi din der zhou wi yit, zhang bu zhong zhang niam ni, yor gyub shut, de le kyok bu lo dang kyok bu ngak, ya jia zhan sim se le la se yat tun, ye het ning zhou mtong ni, Londrö Kema Si Ngala Si Tun Mutton Tumbolana Ninjanda, Ogoni Ranjan La Churm Zots, Atani Tambo Nazo Sargete Candizre, Zena Sargete Changchong Chimbo Ze Changchong Chimbo de Candizre Zena Tini Changchong Zia Jimson de Carizena Sargi Ranya Tini Lam Chambo Latini Nini, Tani Yar Chambo La Nini, Nyamsulani. Tani sanji ko kompang top. Tani rang, tani soso lam changbo te la tani sanji ko kompang top sarvi jini, tani lam changbo te, tani par tani te simjin nam la tongken. Tani zila, tani sanji zi tani zi yores.
So, in terms of the Buddha being called the greatest on a stage, what this is referring to is the fact that he practiced an extremely honest path of practice, and through practicing that path attained Buddhahood, and after attaining Buddhahood taught that path or revealed that path to others.
Tani nga tso tarta ga tani titsun di nang la tani mu tamshi ki tani samlo ta ganshu ka tani tsagzi tani mar jirdik zhou yo re zi mi tani samlo tang sari na tani ta yorgi mambu simga nang la tani zamba ta yorgi ta tani mambu yongyan da ta tani shawa leka ga thola ya na yang tani suso ga yang tani nilik tang mamtam ba sar tang mamtam ba tani ga tani Leka teni mambuto teni shusoko tola yungu yore teni indi naso simchen changma ga teni samlo tongsar dang teni shopa techo teni chagji jema teni dugbu teni zhong yore zi teni yinna teni ga kapsa teni ngaso mosla yechi she go re teni sangji ga soma tokpa teni ngaso shirtang ga mozla teni yechi she go na pe khagbo re.
It refers here to the fact that in our current day, the thoughts and action of beings is becoming increasingly more degenerate. The things that people, the way that people think, the conduct that they engage in is becoming increasingly unconstructive. In such a situation, who are we to rely on? Aside from the Buddha, indeed, there is no other reliable one.
Tani tinji ga samlo nyokja mambo, oyoji ga tani samlo ta, tani jamra mambo, tani yobi ne kapsazi ta, penan zambalong ga thola tani chi chungba yenare, chapsi pa yenare, They might be got to me parwas genare so me gear katini ton la me jalla tini gorkor tangya data yangna ti susu rang la yundin dini chimbo mena yundin chimbo yose tani me jamba chola tini kyun tini chimbo mena kyun tini chimbo nduze tani samlo da tani tam tini shatsar tito tamcho pope nyokja tini chimbo ka kaps tani nga cho nyokja tin nani tani nil yang takba tani hakur gona pe le labo marez.
So in an age that is characterized by deception and dishonesty, whether it's people engaged in the business realm or politicians or even normal people, constantly making untrue claims, claiming to possess qualities when they don't, or accusing others of having faults when they don't. In such a difficult environment, it's very difficult to find someone or a source that speaks the truth.
Teni shusoko tola teni nyokja ramada mambore nyokja mambo samlo tata so rete yinna yang ngachu teni nyokja ti nangni ta ngachu lam changbo teni lam yang takba teni zla dro otomoto ta gore lam changbo te la teni ngachu nil kutun ngoma te gandhi zre te ngachu shi etap teni baba shi gore ziti tonda.
And despite the fact, though, that we do live in this troublesome period and difficult environment, it's nevertheless important that we do strive to find a proper path, to find a correct path, and to try to obtain an understanding of what the really true way of things are.
Lam yang takba chila susun ro teni nil ngoni changne te teni nga suso rang teni shia ga tapshi teni shi tapsona teni ngarang cho suso rang ni ngarang cho rang te rang la kwaten chimbo re je te mi jamba nga cho la kwaten chimbo re je yo mare nga cho rang te rang la kwaten chimbo re je re pena nga cho zena ota mu jamba chikta ngarang la teni chi yakpo pe yakpo she song teni mi te ngarang la kwatan chimbo yin zeni nga cho teni zeng duwa o ten rapo shi na teni nga cho rang baba shi ni teni nil yakpo te ngoma te teni te nga cho shia ga tapshi teni so rang la teni she tab sona teni ngone tande nga cho rang te so rang la pe kwatan chimbo re.
So if in these challenging times, we strive to find a path that leads us to the truth and dedicate ourselves to striving to find it. If we do find it, then in actual fact, we have ourselves to thank. We should be grateful to ourselves. So just as if we do something for someone and that works out well and they thank us for it, if we are able to find this path and to commit ourselves to it, then this is something that we have ourselves to thank for.
Ani nga cho so rang la jarkha thobya dang so rang la demo dang kyobo yongya so rang la khekha thobya dendi go la teni mo jamba chola teni gorkor tang ta mo jamba changla chola teni dugbo tang ya teni jamma mambo lene dendi she dena arang cho samna ngarang ga jarka tho so ngarang yakpo re song samni teni samgre ne kapsa teni samgre ta inna yang thar teni ngune changni rang la no pa chimbo re yo re nima sing na cho te ha ko re ti kapsa nga cho gyoba ke re te inna phamba chiji yo mare teni indi nga cho tartha ne teni rang te rang la kwa den chia teni ga thap shi zu ko la teni ba chun che go re.
If for the sake of our own happiness and profit, benefit, victory, etc., we engage in behavior that deceives others, tricks them, and ultimately harms them, then even though our benefits or attainments we may enjoy in the short term, ultimately we will be engaging in behavior that is harmful to ourselves. So it's important that we do engage in this project in a way where we have ourselves to thank for doing something positive for ourselves.
Tani nga chun jikting ka thola ina pe nan zamalang ka chongba ya nan ran zamalang ka chutun ba tin zi nan ra chama ko so tini gyarkha sosorang ka khekar ga ya ta sosorang ka gyarkha thobya ti kandizla ngunjang che gre zena pe na tani nga tang mi jamba ni ga tani thapchut mangbo shi mi jamba la thapchut shi tani mi jamba ta mar phambr shi mi jamba te la phamkha chat tani nga rang gyarkha thop tin ri na tani te ngarang ka tini khekata gyarkata tini yin samne tini zambalang ka mu chama tini sam ka ore nga so shirtang jitin ka thola tini khekata gyarka ziyati tini zila ngunjang kare.
In general, in mundane life, in our worldly lives, the way that most people conceive of gain and winning is in terms of entering into struggle or competition with others, leading them to incur loss and therefore gaining oneself. This is how most people understand gain and winning to be to come about.
Tani example lang di thola mo jamba chik tini te samsarta yang mantham badang. Tani example lang pe na chitum bare chong bare tani ti so chama ga tani te leka letser thapsir te tang mantham ba samlo tangsar mantham ba tani leka leya manjawati sarezena enga chu sanji gu chudiri.
However, among all of the various worldly people, business people, politicians, etc., among all of the various, all of the many people who operate in this fashion and think in this fashion, really one of the only ones who acted and thought in a way that was counter to this conventional understanding was the Buddha.
Teni manjawati kangi thone teni rayo marizena teni nga so sarji ge chute kangrizena teni so rang la teni thapchup che gore so rang la thapchup che ni teni gyarkhalin go yore ma to ba mi jan la thapchup che ni gyarkhalin ante jiktim ba ga teni roluk te re teni jiktim pin roluk te ta sawa ni teni gor dogne teni te ta sawa ni manjawati te ta gyam garne yong khinte teni sarji ge chure sarji ge chuti teni mi jan lan thap ni gyarkhalin ki ti thola gyakatso ya ti thola samlo tanggo mar so rang lan thap go gore rang lan thap chu che go gore rang lan thap chu che ni teni gyarkhato go gore rang li gyarna gyarkang omati telan chok gore sarji ge.
What distinguished the Buddha's approach from the approaches of the mundane world was that instead of entering into competition or struggle, battle with others in order to obtain gain, according to the Buddha's teaching, one enters into struggle or battle against oneself. And this is what distinguishes the Buddha's approach from the mundane approach to winning gain and victory. Ultimately, the victory that is attained in this process of struggle against oneself is a real victory from the point of view of the Buddha's teachings.
Tani mi jan lan thap ni tini gyarkhat thom kan mi jan lan thap sup shi ni tini gyarkhat thom kan te ajon jambolong ko thola shar shokta nab shokta te chola ha lepa mambo tanga shungoreze haliba mambo shungore me janla thap me janla teni yojje tang me janla dugbo tang teni ti thone khorang ga jarka thom khande aso lorji ge thola haliba mambo yoreze rete yinna soso ranglan thapni teni jarka thom khante muschig ma to yo mare chiti sangiris.
In the long course of history, whether it be in the East or the West, the number of people or historical figures who gained victory and made winnings through entering into struggle and battle or through mistreating others, deceiving others, are extremely vast. However, aside from the Buddha, no one else was oriented to attaining victory through entering into struggle with or against themselves. And so this is what distinguished the Buddha from his historical context and indeed worldly notions of winning.
Tani mi janlan thabne tini yarka lenkante pernan zambalang nafshukla jom tini zangir yarab rawota tani janaka tini yarab mampore tini pok tini zambo yarabre tsu kabla tini mi jandang thabsu shini yarka mambo khoso tini langyore jitsu thongthong shukna latana tani kwaranso yarka mambo thobnduwa si yarka mambo langyore reti titso tetso rangbo wangdu shina khoso chigla yarka thobyo mar yarka thongko mo chigyo mare.
If we look at the histories of monarchs in the West or the dynastic histories of China or the imperial histories of Tibet, we can see many, many examples where people, historical figures, were entering into battle and war against each other in order to make winnings. Certainly in the short term, there were perhaps some victories and winnings. These were very short-lived, though. If we look at things from a more long-term perspective, then there is no lasting victory that can really be spoken of.
Also, mo jamba cho teni chunzhen xia, mo jamba cho chunzhen xia, mo jamba wangcha cho. Teni mo jamba teni to te pena zongkang na la de ata mo jamba chunzhen xia ndordana. Teni shi tamgandan zambalang tona me haliba mamboreze me mambo teni shi tapkare mo jamba cho wangcha cho mo jamba cho la chunzhen xi teni shinken haliba mamborete yamsan ji ji yomareze te teni mo chartong chum mambo shore. Ina rang tini chik rang rangni chunzhen xi ata teni rang rangni tini chik ta shinshilok wangcha te wangcha shinshilok ba rang wangcha shinshilok ba te so rang choba dang teni shi tamgan teni ta yo mareze te shi tsona teni ngone chane hwawo ngomate tin telan jokreze ta namba sanji ba ina korang cho hwawo ziate te zegre shangchi sen hwa zina korang na la hwawo ziate te tela zegre.
In the course of all this history, the number of people who wrested power from others and entered into struggle with others in order to attain victory were so many. In fact, it's unremarkable. It's not possible to say how many, in fact, there were. They were so innumerable, hundreds of thousands, millions, or indeed a very great number. However, very rare or perhaps even non-existent were people who, rather than seeking to wrest power from others or to contain or suppress or go into battle against others, exerted these energies on their self. In terms of, from the Buddhist perspective, those who are able to engage in this kind of battle against oneself merit the title of heroes. This is how a true hero is understood from the point of view of the Buddhist teaching. So that's why when we look at the etymology of the word bodhisattva, in Tibetan, the last part of the word refers to a hero.
Oya teni nga tsu mi jandang teni tapsu shi ni mi jamba te pamba shi jana teni mi jamba te la teni te pan takpa mari te noba shi pare zi pe na mi jamba la tap teni mi jamba te la teni korang pam teni shi jana teni mi jamba te la pan takpa mari te mi jamba te la gwajan chi zi mari te mi jamba te la noba shi pare zi re te nga tsu so rangdang tab ni rangdang tapsu shi ni teni yarka lun sona Uni tani tama utini te quadranti chiati serizina te rangla quadranti orezi. Pena nga so mungjan dan tabni jan tini pambarshi jana te janla quadranti zeg mare. Rete rangla tabni rang pambarshi jana tani te uni tani rangla quadranti chiati te rangla chiati tindizla zegres.
If we are struggling against another or battling against another and they incur loss, well, then this loss is something that is not needed to be thanked for. However, if one enters into battle, struggle against oneself, then ultimately one's thanks is such that it is directed to oneself. One has oneself to thank.
Teni nga tsum pampan jambu yang ke teni te shak yibang nang la rajaz teni zong yo res rajaz ya ti rajaz ti Teni me jambala teni thabiada teni mare ji te so tangbo ranglan thap go re ranglan thabia re rang mark pa me pa she are.
So in the prayer for Manjushri, it's spoken of the need to first go into battle against oneself, against one's own ignorance.
Ransim namshi chipojin kamshang lekib deni nender kizin tayang marki kirni fuptun tar tamchibjagni rangis chipronjo ransim rangla makar tabmeki ranglo rangla matang tabmeki rangtun nyangbu lachu mandabna rangshad rangi lakpa mayin namze ayata ngacho musdang se yunanja ani ngacho jikting kam tela tini yong charwi jini arang chola chik tini boda pomoda phamata tini nyimdirta tini mangboz tini ta nga cholam rewa merela tini mi rewa pe nyokta chawo tini mangbo yores rete nguni tanisha na nga cho tangbo yongwi kapse tini nga cho pardo tini namshi o tini chikbo jik tini ta nga cho tini phama tini ti ngart jikbare ma to ba nga cho pardo ni yongwi ne kapse tini nga cho phatang nyamde yongyo mare matang nyamde yongyo mare 아랑서 저보다 냠도 용요 말은 아랑서 찍부 남시 찍부 레지 아니 잠벌 그 사찬들라티니 끼위네 겁나요 아니 소소랑 찍부 시니드니다 사찬들라티니 끼와레.
Despite the fact that in our everyday lives we're surrounded by sons and daughters, parents, other relatives and people close to us in general, our interpersonal relations are very complicated and complex. However, when we first arrived in this lifetime, or even before we arrived, when we were still in the bardo state, we were there all alone and by ourselves. Our consciousness was completely unaccompanied, and it was in this alone, unaccompanied form that we were born in this world.
Tanita maung ba nga chun ruwi ne kna te dang chik pare je nga chu so chik pu shi ni tin ro go re ma to ba nga chu la che shi ma lan ruwi ne kna ro ba yo ma re nga chu pha ga ro ba che ga ma re ma ga ro ba che ga ma re ni nga chu go tni boda pomo ga ro ba che ga ma re nga chu chida li li ga yang ro ba che ga ma re so chik ro ba che ga ma re so chik pun ro go re.
And so it will be when we depart this lifetime. We won't have our daughters and sons to accompany us. We won't have our parents. We won't have our cats and dogs. We'll ultimately be by ourselves.
Tinti nga cho muschik yang cho la tini ta phanto ko mare so rang yakbo yong go re so rang jong go re ma to ba so rang yakbo shi ma thna mi jamba ga tini phanta ga te pe khabore.
So for this reason, it's very important that we do work to benefit ourselves, that we work for our own positive outcome. Otherwise, it's extremely difficult for us to really work in a way that benefits others. In Buddhism or in the Buddhist teachings, not too much faith is placed in the power of ghosts and spirits. Much more belief and much more emphasis is placed on the power of the individual.
Ngaso soso la terang pe na ngaso dino la de yong kente sola ngaso la nipa kandis yorezina ngaran so sang jin ro go na ti nipa te ngaso la yorez tarta teni ngaran so teni ngansung pa nyarwa yetak tandro tenti sala teni te roya ga teni shawaz drip tenti samna ti nipa te ngaso la yorez ngaran rang la yorez te ma to ba jam pe na ngaso jiting ka khamla teni lhaya je teni mambu yore re teso ngaso nekabs pena ngaso un sowa nangla tezi ji pantong da oda tezi no panda teni de yong reta teni lha gandis ge nangda je gandis ge nangda pena ngaso ngansung sumlan roya ga thapsi ko so chigyong shetab ka mare che teni ngarang so teni sang jin roya ga thapsi ko so chigyong shetab ka mare ngarang so rang shetab gres.
In our current lifetimes, if we talk about what our potential or capacities are, we've got the potential or the capacity to attain Buddhahood. We've also got the potential or capacity through doing negative things to descend to the lower realms. In respect of deities and ghosts, etc., they are of absolutely no use whatsoever in advancing our efforts towards attaining Buddhahood.
Samba karkreze ta nga chu mi janla samba kargo reze ni nga chu thapa chimbo sungu yorete yena nga chu mu jamba chula tini samlo yakpo karta mi yakpo tela yakpo resuna samba ro tini zula samba karze gre ta tini ta nga chu sam tongkhe yore ta sam modongkhe mangbo re yena yang soso rangla tini ngarang yakpo chu songsona samba ro tini mo samkin chikyen o mare rangla tini samlo makarzena te yunga mare tsama samlo kar karezi tani ranga rangla tini te jambu she karezi nga so ranga rangla pe na nga so me janla oyor jishi me jamba gorkor tang tini she gareta tani so rang tang gorkor tang mare nga so ranga rangla lo te jambu she karezi te mashi chi o mare te inna tani nga so ta rang ni tini te ranga rangla samba kar ranga rangla tini te jambu she tini inna tani ta kandi go rezi na samba karna angazo kandizu shego gorezena tani chudumni soso rangatini ta soso rang nyomong bate so tamchu po mepashia ta kirgana chi mepashia tani tini shetab sona tani ranga rangla sambakara ngomate kwadunchia ta sambakara ta tiso tirezi tati mashina tini ranga lagjaba marwezi.
So it's extremely important that we do foster good intentions, sound intentions for ourselves. This is something that we can exercise in relation to other people or hope that other people also nurture, but primarily we need to have these intentions for ourselves. And we also need to be honest to ourselves too. We shouldn't deceive ourselves. So harboring a good intention or having a good intention, we should undertake to practice the Dharma, to eradicate our afflictions and obstacles, and ultimately, if we're able to do this, then we will have ourselves to thank for our good intentions.
Sikyang la mepan yogi lo selang rang mepan reperka denzim de sakchana malak samse tani nga so tarta pe na nga so mo changma sidang se na tani mi mang chi shu ti tani ti samlo yena tani samlo jachim bo tong shi ge mare tani samlo go chathik e ma bo re ji chu te ale pa ma bo re tani nga so go tani ni ba te yang mo su so ni ba yang chong chong re te tarta ra wo ina tani Tendi yin charti teni nga zo mo jamba zila teni nga zo pan tak yin zina yang di pan doya te te zi kakbu re zi nga zo teri per na sang je yanda te ma yin na nga zo nyamlin te zi shi ni nyam dang tokpa te zi yo so na di kapse teni nga zo nguni jangni mo jangla pan tok na yang teni pan tok tab go re tendi re ma tokpa ta tarta yin na nga rang so suso la teni nyomomba mambo re nga rang so la teni samlo kimchar tendi mambo yo re te yindi pena terang da bola nga samlo yakbo tang yo na teni sani nga samlo tin girne tendi zere pena terang ai mi jan chela teni phamba che go samni tendi de yo na teni sani pena mu jamba ti ngarang la teni chi kaja chetsri na da leka le char chi tez mandik ba shong sona teni nge lam sang teni ta nge khorang la phamba drip ko mun samni teni samro re te na nga tarta teni nga la tawa me shoba me gomba me o tin nyamdang tokpa me teni nga thamar pa teni shini deo pi kap tela teni nga mo jamba la teni phantok ze gona pe khabo reze teni mi jamba cho nga la teni phantok ze gona pe khabo reze nga chuwa nang la nga phar te ze phantok ya ra sar pan te ze takba teni te ze yongre ta ina ta ti pe na nga phar phantok jana yang te la te dang nyam te yang no pa yang mambo shen ro re Teni ngaso mi jambaze ngalang la tsar tini nga teni pamba shivjana teni dedang nyamde yang nopa yang mambo jumyong gore teni ngaso ta ngaso la nyamdang tokba deze mena uni tangne ngaso par pantok gona ya kakbore tsar ngaso la 지금 mi 지금 pantok gona pe kakbore.
In our current times, the thoughts and behavior of many people are very low. They're not of an advanced nature at all. In this situation, it's very difficult for us to be of benefit to others. Really, the only way that we will be able to do this is by applying ourselves to practice and through generating results in our practice. This is what will enable us really to benefit others. The reason for this is, as in the state that we are currently in, we suffer under all kinds of afflictions and strange ideas. Our aspirations and intentions are capricious, they're fickle. Today we might feel like helping someone or doing something positive for them. Tomorrow our ideas have already changed. So it's in this kind of situation too, it's difficult for us to help others, and it's also a very uncertain thing about whether others are in a position to be able to help us. So in a situation where we lack a foundation in our practice, whether it be in the view, whether it be in meditation or in action, then we are in a difficult place to be able to assist others.
Tenji inti ngacho la ngacho sem gana la nyumo ba mambo yo ngacho chabar da ngacho sem gana la randu ke samlo te pe shikchim bo yo tenji imbi kaps teni me jan la ngacho reba mambo shina ya teni ji me jan bola me jan la phan thok mare ten da bo ke ngacho chokbo thamje bo yang ngarang dang da bo teni khorang teni girsim hale pa teni chimbo yin ke randu chimbo yin ke teni chokbo tesu ti khorang so ngacho la sar phan thok gona 판침부터 그 말에 든지 옛날 때 ngachola nyamdang tokpa me shangship chi semme samba zambo me 든지 kaptela 데 mi mambola 든지 된 제vat mambo shedena 돈닥 침부요 말에지 돈 침부 통거 말에지 제vat 때는 용나야 보레지.
So in this situation where we suffer under all kinds of afflictions, it's very difficult for us to be able to be of benefit to others. At the same time too, our selfishness is another factor that inhibits our ability to be of assistance to others. And then if we are, even if we engage, we have a lot of interaction with others without kindness, without bodhicitta, without compassion, without good intentions, then it's very difficult to bring about benefit. And so too, if we interact with people who themselves are very selfish, very self-oriented, very burdened by afflictions, then it's difficult for them to do benefit back in our direction. So for this reason, it is probably best to have fewer personal interactions.
Then di kaps teni nga so mi parkam rewa te nyong ra bo chine teni so rang yargi tangwala teni harsun shina te gagre.
So at this point, it's preferable that we reduce our comings and goings and interactions with others and focus instead upon improving our own selves.
Teni nyama chila nga so la shangship ki sem yak bo yo teni tokba yak bo tawa toni ki tawa yak bo yo teni je sona teni ti kaps nga so ritsa tondang dam ba ze nga so mislan rera shina teni mi la phan tokba da teni tamchilla teni 돈 약보 용야 덴지스 렌조거래 판약보 토용거래 디값스 teni nga so mi mambo landera che gore mi kaze landera che thamna teni 덴지스 그 약보 요래.
When we have been able to cultivate strong bodhicitta, and when we have also been able to develop a correct view of emptiness, we will be in a stage to, or at a point to truly be of benefit to others. This will be something that happens easily when we come into interaction with others. And from this point, we should seek out interactions with others and seek to do as much as we can to benefit them effectively.
Parsam sarla masembi tsemdo goni lotak chopur mzutsi. Waya, tani nga tso tarta te nga tso tsangma tini susu kiyo ta nyumungba mambu yongken, tani nyamlin ta tso chichu shemenken tini zi yembi kapsi, tani nga tso njiting tini tan roligla pena ti tini chi chongle yinnanja, tani chi chapchik leka yinnanja ti kapsi tini nga tso gongma tsola, tani chi yar koso gaya leka mambo lene dan thartik nga so samlo de kare zina kho tez gasona ngarang go chit tez gasona ngarang la yakbo yong gore sam ngarang chonghun de tez gasona ngarang la pamjur ke khepan tez yakbo yong gore sam ngarang go chit tez te ngala gabo shong sona tini kharang ngala kosa tez ter gore sam ne tendi gtini ta leka mambo le ti thola kable mambo jab ko yores rete inna tini ta ngone tone gongma ti so khoso sim gaya yung tindi ti kabi yung halipa kabores.
These days, among people who or who have a low level of practice, who are burdened by afflictions, are preoccupied with mundane things, in the business world, for example, many people make great efforts to please their superiors, to make them happy, with the idea that if their superiors are satisfied, then it will be of some advantage to oneself. They might give them advances in the workplace, promotions, etc., other kinds of profits. And in respect of these goals, many people really exert a lot of effort and toil.
Ngarang so le ola yongken ta jingni tharne na ja teni che pamjur ko shone na ja kosa ko shone na ja rang le te zma wo ro o ti mte so la yang a so chi thapsi mambo shine khoso la teni chi pamjur ko kheka te cha yan ja da teni ko thone teni oma te so teni chung go yore ji chung yang ji te oma te chung go ngune tang ne khorang sem kha ka ne o ta mindi ngala ngune yak bo shi song sam ba teni go kombo mato yo marezi tindi ngoni yakbo yongkende kombo rezi.
And in respect of trying to please our superiors, this is something that, despite how much we might try to do, it is a very difficult thing to achieve. The same it is with people who are somewhat worse off or below us. This might be in terms of their educational level or their economic standard or in some other way. The various things that we might do to help them to satisfy their needs. Well, in fact, we might be able to satisfy their apparent needs. However, it's extremely rare that we would encounter a situation where, on account of this, we were really appreciated and appreciated for these efforts.
Teni chi zidong o teni par teni shina teni tsir yang nga zola ngone par teni zidong shina tsir teni laksam namta ka teni shamtsi ta zidong ta teni shinken nzapsi teni shinken halipa nyung rezi teni yendi teni ta mi mambo la chi yoni gong yar korwa ta oma kyung yar ta teni ka korwa te nga zo tarta yena nga zo teni shibiti kabre menduze te teni ka nyokta mambo tu shina
And also in terms of love and affection and care that we show to others, it's often the case that we give a lot of these things to others. However, it is rare that they are given back to us or given back to us in the same amounts. So whether it's trying to please people who are above us or trying to make people below us feel content or aiming to receive reciprocity in terms of our emotional expenditure. These are all very difficult things. The more that we invest in them, the more trouble it brings us. Here there is a very important word that we can't afford to miss.
Teni nga tso gongma la gurtu shi na yang gongma tso yang ji gabu mayong oma la teni ji kyung oma la sham kyung shi na yang khotso yang nga tso la ji gabu mayong ba teni nga tso mi jamba ji la par teni shamchi teni shi na yang nga tso la sar teni shamchi ma shi yang dao ti na tun ti gang la thung du de ha ko go res.
It's something that needs to be understood, a key thing that needs to be understood in the situations that we've just looked at. Not being able to please superiors, make inferior people happy and receive love and affection in return. There is a core issue here.
Teni nga tso di kapsa teni amna tun tsu ngoma te kang rezena ngārāng tsō sōsō ngūne chāni na tini gōngmā kur ōmā kyōngwā lā sō pa gōngmā tī nyāng jī tāng ōmā tī nyāng jī tī shī gāo mā rī tsā ngārāng tsō rāngdōn lā tī shī gāo rī ngārāng tsō pē na gōngmā tsō lā jī gā yā rī gārtān rā pō shī gāo rī tā tōng ōmā tī ngārāng rāng gā tōng sām gāo rī ōmā tī tsō lā tini ngā tsō chī tini kyōngyā tī sī shī gāo rī tā tī yīnā tōng tī ngārāng rāng gā rāngdōn yāg pō yōngyā tī sī gā tōng lā lā sām gāo rī tini mī yāmbā tsō lā pār tini pār tā na mi jamba chola shamchi o tendi shianda tendi shitsur ni tana tendi rete tun nguni tani shana nga cho te mare nga cho rang ton la rezi te yendi gongma la tini pena yar gorna oma kyungna mi janla shamchi shina te chama gamna tung ngoma de nga cho thartna tini soso rang tini khepan te la samlo tang de go rezi tendi yen thati soso rang khepan te la samlo tang yona rang khepan te jirja qatoni teni gongma lab karna yang teni gongma yang go marezi oya teni rang khepan te jirja ka toni ogma la sham kyung shena yang oma te yang teni sim ga marezi rang teni ji soso gir teni ta don la teni mo jamba la teni jamba tang che anda teni shim dong da bo shina yang teni mo jamba te nguni jangni teni ta sim ga ya o teni zta ne yong go marezi teni yendi sabi na tung oma te kang la thgo rezi na nga so rang jibur zumba o nga rang ti karchim boyin sambati mar oyik toyo mare te yik mate pikaps tani sila yang nga so gandichi dena koso la teni ngoya sim tani ngoya teni yong tabko mare sawati te hako go gore.
So the fundamental thing that we need to understand here, whether it is in relation to satisfying those above us or making those below us feel content or seeking affection from those to whom we have given affection, the fundamental thing behind all of these is that it is actually selfish motivation through which we engage in all of these acts. Even though on the surface we're trying to please our superiors or do kind things to inferiors or devoting love or affection to others, in actual fact, in all of these situations, we are doing so because of our own selfish intentions. We are selfishly motivated. And if this is the case, if we do these things based on a selfish motivation, then it isn't possible that we will be able to benefit ourselves through doing such things.
Teni nga zo rang kepan ga tondam rang kepan te jirjak shini di tokla kongma gurwata oma kyungwata tindi gu shawal nyukta mambo zle dena ya khoso ha kon ro reze kharang khoso ha kon de miti ngarang la kurta shinanda ngarang la rokba chinanda kang tarang tini zawati khorang ga tini ta tondar rendu sambati mtsama ga 하고 그래지 때 마공 경금이 꼼보래지 때 인디 티니 무창마가 티니 셈라 티니 거 양딱 빠짜니 티니 셈 가니 티니 이랑도와 티니 마용 이김슨티 티라 되어래 랑 진진 거 돈이 레칼레어래 때 그래지.
The reason for this is because that if we are doing these actions based on our own selfish motivations to get a promotion or to enjoy some other kind of advantage, then we are not going to be able to satisfy other people. We're not going to be able to make them feel content because they will ultimately know that this is the reason why we are engaging in these actions despite what things might be or appear like at the superficial level.
공마초 가야 오마초양 가야 되니 바르마초양 참마심 가보용야 된지 그다 탑시스 짜와네 메바레베 당가초 된지 레카 짜와네 레탑고 마르베제나 레탑 거래지 레탑 거래다 당부 아소소 랑라 가와 소소 랑라 티니 지바 되니 데마르 메바시나 되니 레카데 레탑 거래 마토바 데 메바시 마시나 되니 레카데 레 탑시오 마레스.
In saying this, or are we trying to say then that there is no way of being able to satisfy others? There's no way of being able to make them feel content, whether they're people above us or below us? Is there no way to satisfy people emotionally, etc.? This is not what's being said. However, ultimately, if we don't attend to ourselves first, then there is no way that we are going to be able to achieve these things.
든지 인디 가서 타바 침보고 나라 데 타르티니 거랑금 타르트 끝이니 뭐 이르티 강아지나 심진라 판바 드베야 되리 리티 있나양 드니 다 교랑 람상 손에 드니 심진 그 판바 드브쇼고 드니 제야가 과당담 주 질경요 말이지 창마 가리제 요레지나 당부 교랑 로종 약보 제제 요레지 드니 로종 제자비 지니 드니 교랑 저 원바페나 사찬든라고 드니 원바질라 데니 드니 교랑 금교송 요레지 Tani gum jabni tani kyorang rangka ramba tezin thumbo rawo reni tani re tsawi jini tani tokba taso yakbo yo tsawi jini tani taa kyorang sone tani simjin ka ton zhawa sone tani sungo yore ma tokba ta nga tso takba chimbo go zhong mali yong su zhokba tani chik ta na yang ta kyorang lo zhong tezi chi tani zhantun zhoshok sonya tani yo ma rezi mepi gimtsin ti gare rezi na zhantun karma chiwa ma rezi zhantun nga tso nima chik tani zhantun zhiwa nga na yang te nga na yakbore nga go reze rete tin ni pati nga cho tata yo mare nga cho tu ngupula tini khapshok ni tini tu ngula khapshok ni ro go re ma to ba tene nga cho chi stawani tini yongya me pati ni stawani le matha pati ni she de na te phantok yo mare ji ti indi tangbo so so rang nyamli yakbo she ne tini rang dak ngarang rang la chibu ngarang te chika chimbo yin sambati mar me pa shi ate kar chimbo re.
Of course, the ultimate goal of the Mahayana tradition is to work for the benefit of other beings. However, this is not something that it is advised we leap into doing immediately. In fact, it is advised in the scriptures that first students of the Mahayana path first apply themselves to study, then they take themselves to perhaps an isolated place to engage in meditation, and then once they reach a particular or reasonably high level of realization, then they are in a situation to be able to come back and really work for the benefit of others. So despite the fact that the need to benefit others is something that is constantly spoken of, it's necessary that we are realistic about the current state of our ability. So if we currently are not strong in our ability, then it's necessary that we first study, we first practice, and first attend to eradicating our own sense of self-importance that is an obstacle for us benefiting others.
Litzerba, Gantuk Jamkan, Yana Tini Polo Jamkan, Tati Maim Bitini, the Lister Gandakan Nanda, Tindi Lister Tini, the Jantershi, Samkan Gatindi Muzika, Tani Korangan Zambalangatini, Disser Jamter Kanala Jigni, Koranga Shaga Antambotini, Sirkitak Matindi Len Samna, 간디시 고레제나 tani tangbo ni nyama tangbo ni jamdar kanala jigya te tsawane yo marezi toya tani kang gozena tani karting one tani zamlong tani jamdar kanala jigne khorang tani ga tani ang tangbo go tani zangtak tani jilen samna tangbo khorang tani ta mi jamba mepa tani 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 kanala dene de so rang jondr che go ndo si par go par gyabne khorang so lister pa khashi te ma to pa jan chigla yam de ma shi ni e khorang jondr cha go ndo waze teni jondri rambo chane teni kharang teni ta lister te pe yakbo teni shangsha thop teni re chawi jini teni tazo kharang teni jamdar kana la jigna teni tazo kharang teni sekta malengare ma to pa tambo ne kharang jondr jijig ma shini teni sekta maleng mandu waze teni sarji te dang rapore sone ta jantun duya te pe kar chimbore na sum thama jantu dubgo reti ina ta ta nga chu chi mangbole ka le de na te nyokta chi chin duya ma to ji mundu e so so gom nyam ling jamne so so yargi tangda ani so so yargi yakbo tang sawi jini teni simjin gi ton dum na pe le labu yore sone teni song yore ji sanji ga te sanji rang tabshi de teni zre.
Athletes, competitive sports people who are oriented towards achieving the highest levels of recognition or performance in their particular area, athletes who are dedicated or devoted to winning gold medals, etc., they also have a process that they need to engage in. They can't, from the very first day, enter themselves into a world-class competition. It's necessary that what they first do is take themselves away to a separate place, perhaps where they're only in the company of coaches or a few other athletes, and then by themselves they work on training themselves by a very rigorous regime until they have reached a certain level of performance or ability that they are able to enter into the competition and have any chance of winning. And it's only through doing this that they would have any chance of winning a gold medal. And so it is in the Buddhist teachings, even though our ultimate goal is to work for the benefit of others, we have to reckon with the fact that our ability to do so is very limited at the moment, and therefore it's necessary to first work on improving ourselves, apply ourselves to our practice, and then once we have improved our ability, we've strengthened our ability, then working for the benefit of others will come about easily.
Simjin ga tonshi pi takbazi ni teni simjin ga tondi nga so nam dribgo gore zina te takshishi gore teni paltra rambuche ga teni songa nangla teni simjin tonshi takba gabazi na pe na simjin ga ton dribi nerkabna teni takshishi ni ta ngarang ga simjin ga ton dribna karchi gandu ta ngarang rang ga gomnyamlin te karchi gandu ze pe na nga so ta ngasola dawaschik tini gongsang tini disu tini yona tini dawaschik ti nala pe na ngarang ju mangkang ga nala joni tini napati chola tini chite rokshya anda da yana ti mayim bi pe na shusok ko te thola ta ju rokshya tini yona nga telna rong jona gasa reta yana ngarang ga gum gyab jangna gasa re sambanda ota tini ga nani chik dam go re ati gandhi gagare je tini takshi she go re oya teni takshit mandawar gu songyore takshit shesar mandawar gu teni takba gabaze gare takshit mandawar gu yore ti tin nala teni songban rabore pe na nga cho le tangbu pa nga cho tartang rabo inna na tangbu nga cho teni te jan la rokpa chia te karchimbo mareze tangbu rang yarge tongya te karchimbo re teni tichut rangbu zala samlo tana tichut tongtong zala samlo tana na pe nga cho janla pantona jantun dribna lamsang khorang la tini pan tezi thongro re te gayan rawo tini yongre te inna ta ti mareze te ti phyang rambu la samlo tamba inna na tini te mareze nga so tambu rang yar gi tang ka re rang yar gi ma tang wi kaps ti nga so janla phampa dribna ya chimbo drib thab ko mare tini phampa tezi dribna ya ti phampa ti nerkams khorang la phantong ro re ta ya ti jini khorang la Panreo tam no reo te ha ko mare. Teni yendi tangbo rangyat ki tang ko re. Teni rangyat ki tang sarvi jini teni jan tonte teni drab go re. Te yendi tangbo soso rangga draba nyamlinda. Teni te chu gom gyawayata, lojong sheyata, te tsawa ngoma te tel re soni ta nga so takpa chimbo te tendi samlo tang yo re. Te tsawa te nga so la tastan ra woy na nga so lamsang thakar ndroni nga so melan rera mambo che tendi she de na tangbo nga so samlo te nga so simjin la phamba drab go tendi sam go yo na yang nga so la tin nipa te me char ti tini simjin la mi mambo lan rera chi tendi she ti tin na li nyokda mambo yo ne tani thama nga rang so chi nge simjin go ton drab go sambi samba te yang gali men do re nyenka tendi yo re tendi yendi teni tangbo rang ya gi tang ya tang teni gom gyaw ya ta teni chu te chu sa wen ba teni me mangbo me sa te so la de ne gom te gyaw ya te pe kar chim bo re.
It's advised in the Mahayana scriptures, and also Paulchu Rinpoche advises too, inquiring as to what we should prioritize now at this point in time, in terms of how we allocate our practice or engaging in behavior that helps other people. And in respect of this, Paulchu Rinpoche talks about 9 investigations or 9 inquiries, 9 ways of deciding for ourselves what to prioritize, helping other people or committing ourselves to our practice first. For example, should we set aside our time to practice meditation, or should we go and do charitable work at a hospital or some other kind of charity? Ultimately, what is advised is that to begin with, we should dedicate our energies to improving ourselves. Even though working immediately for the benefit of others may be able to achieve some benefit for them, it is unlikely that this is going to be of great benefit or that it's going to be very long-lived. So it's for this reason that it is advised that to begin with, we dedicate ourselves to our study, to our practice, if preferably in a place that's away from other people. Ultimately, if we begin by launching straight into action that's oriented towards helping other people, making a lot of personal connections, it's possible that we'll bring trouble upon ourselves, and in the course of which our aspiration to help others will actually suffer. So it's for this reason that it is advised we turn our attention to our own practice and strengthening our own ability first before turning to help others in a large way.
Perna nga so pes jarna perna tani perna nga so ta sharshok la perna sharshok la tini khangbaz tani perna member sona melambar sona je perna nga so ti te la yo na tani sharshok la tini khangbaz member sona tini me marsaya chid sharshok la me tini noshok la yo na tani nga so tambo nga so sharshok la gi gore da noshok la gi gore. Pena nga so sharshok la teni khangbaz me barsona je na kongdwa ya me barsona je teni nga so pena chiti noshok la yo me marasa ya chiti noshok la yo na te nga so ta sharshok la gigore ta nga so me di mar me pa shi samna nga so tambo sharshok la gigore ta tambo noshok la gigore je.
So if a fire emerges in an eastern area, but water is to be brought in for the west from the west to put out the fire, then we need to decide what are we going to do first. Are we going to take the water to the east, or are we going to use it for benefit in the west? Is it? Do you think it should be used in the west first? Actually, the West, there's no fire in the West, but I suppose the West needs the water. So do you bring it to the East to put out the fire, or do you use it in the West?
So, Sharshokla, the main Bariona, the Nats of Noshokla Jixona, the Partana, Kim Saroda, Kambana Sharshokla Barkeore, Atson, Noshokla Jixona, the Kim Saroda on the was. Tangaso Sharshokla main Barkeore, is it? Nitangaso Noshokla Jixona, the Kim Saroda in the was.
If there is a fire that arises in the West, then it's a very strange thing to go running to the East.
Sharshokla Jixona, Naranso Lakbatong Bare, Gigi or Mares. Sharshokla Jixona, Naranso Lakbatong Bare, Gigi or Mares, Munal Lipsona, Lakbatong Bare, Lapan and New Matters.
So there's a fire, the fire is in the West. The fire is in the East. The water is in the West. If you're a person who is not in the East or the West, then what do you decide to do? Do you go first to the East to try to put out the fire, or do you go to the West to try and get the water? If you run first to the East, then ultimately you're coming empty-handed. There's nothing you can do to put out the fire.
Teniti Kasatani Miss Samlo Matankan me Mambos Tenita Sharshokla Jikerezi, Tini Sharshokla Kamba me Barkeona, or Tini me Barkan to Tanga me Mardasandroians in it, some Sharshokla Jikerezi, Miss Samlo Yapotan Menke Mambos, Sharshokla Jikerezi, Jeti, Sharshokla Lepsona, the Koran Lakbatombare, Koran Kakishia Mares.
Many people, not thinking particularly clearly, will decide to rush immediately to the East to help them put out the fire. However, being empty-handed, not having anything at their disposal to use to help people in the East, they won't be able to do anything.
Curang Sharshokla Tarung Marjixung Yorese, Sharshokla Kambada Sharshokla Barkiorite, Ina, Langsang Sharshokla Jixona, Jutes Karma Jirna Karma Chekatin is Honla Lim Dorete, Ina, Honla Limna Gigi Panto Mare, Curang Langna Gigi or Mare, Men Mar Mepashit of Kumare, thank you Sharshokla Marji. You Nushola Yarson that in Chindu was it. Nushola only chicken it, you Marsonda, the Nicoran Tate Karma Chekaz Gila Langorete. Ina the Nicoranga Lana Chiore, the Nicoranga Mede Mar Tachore, Matota, Tata Current Shashola Gina Gigi Panto Mareson, Sargini Oranga Rubati Teres.
So, what the Buddha advises in this situation is for people not to immediately to dash to the East to help to put out the fire. Even though by running immediately to the East, the people will arrive in a timely way, or they'll arrive sooner than if they were to first go to the West. By going to the West, they'll be able to fetch water, and then even though they might arrive in the East 10 minutes later than they otherwise would have, they will have the capacity to help to put out the fire.
Perezi, that don't go to the Goa country lingo resina, then also Kamsum Korwaganala, then also Shusokotola, then in May when it on in Barkio setting, Yomumba May, Kirganacha May, Gavan Barkior is another, Korwagan Barkiore, Shusokotola Barkiore, Jitinganala, May Barkiore. Then in May Timar Mepashia, then it shooty, and also Gani Rago resinati, Wimbaganilla. Yores, Wimbi Nini, Tini Gum Jamnete, Wimba Young Gore. Then the Indi, Tangasotini, Kirganachi, Metimar Mepatini, she Samna, Tangaso, Wimba Nina, Joni Gum Javatini, Mashiper, Tambo, ni Marginity, Simchin, Gaton Jubkins in the Jixona. This Samba Yakborese, Samba Yakborete, Yemayo Mare, Tapshi Yabomare, then Samba Yakbo in the Tapshi Yabomare, Pantochi Mares.
So what the little anecdote that we just spoke of was an example, it was a metaphor. What are we ultimately to derive from it, or how are we to understand it? Well, in terms of the fire that we are talking about, or that the Buddha is talking about, it is the fire of our afflictions, the fire of our disturbing emotions. This fire is raging. It's raging in society. It's raging in worldly life. However, if we are to go to fetch water to put out this fire, ultimately we are going to find this by remaining in isolation. By going into isolation, we will be able to get the water that is needed to put out the fire. Even though our first reaction might be to want to rush into the fray to help out, even though our intentions will be of a noble nature, ultimately our method will be flawed.
Oya ta tindian sarti teni sanji teni sona teni ta kyarang de marjik teni kyarang yar jiksi teni kyarang me barsati ngaso teni jikten ganala me bar ke yore jeti yina ngaso thama teni jikten ganala drone jisting me te me pa she go re te na ta so so rang la la chi me na nga so me na la ro na yang pan tok ji ji yo ma re sak ji la pan tok ko ma re tin di indi ni kyarang yar chi o sa wen ba te la yar ro ne gum nyam len ji chu ya bo drup ti ni juk nyer te ni ti so so rang yar ji tang ta ni nyam dang tok ba yak bo ti ni te ta yo ba tin di shang chim ji sem te ni yak bo gum ta ni to ni ji ta tok ba yak bo ti ni gum o tin di ji ta te ni kyarang ga tawadang tokbat에서 약보요 차르디 되니 결혼 걸 락바가나라 되니 다치 몽보요리 되니 다큐 마른로나 되니 결혼 거 되니 다 지팅 것들이 메디 메바치 탑거 레티인디티 고름티 결혼 거 만으로서 고레 손에 산지 되니 송고요레.
So what the Buddha advises us is not to run immediately to where the fire is, even though our ultimate goal is to put out this fire that is raging in samsara. If we have no water in our hands, then we're not going to be able to contribute to this goal effectively. So what we need to do first is to improve ourselves. We need to enter into some kind of isolation. We need to work on our practice. We need to cultivate bodhicitta. We need to develop a correct view of emptiness. Once we have a correct view and realization, then we will be armed properly to go into the fire of samsara and to be of benefit to others. So the important thing that the Buddha stresses is for us to understand the correct process and not to make a mistake about it.
Dordi jachir rowa zeyandi nga to thamba chimbo tini jompe halipa karchimbo tini zrez tini tin nala tani garin so yore zela tambo nga to jiktin de gargo rez jiktin le gargo ina nga to jiktin ta khaptar gi omare tini so rez ta jiktin le gargo zena ka rez na tambo nga ran so rang tini rang jibur zamba o teso par mepashi ne rang dini ta nyomba te mepashi che gore ela jiktin le garze gare ini rang nyomba mepa mashina nga so chama danda bore tini danda yin sarti tini nga so chikchila thantok to mare kuna so anda bore chamare chama chikchila nu damra mambo kia ma to ba phan thogona pe khambore thok ko mare je tini nga so tini so tambo rang jiktin le gar gore nyomba mepa che gore ini ngaton jiktin gar sarvi jini aka riche gore panji ting na la maran rone ini simjeng to che gore dendra bore pena tambo ngaso nafshok la gi gore nafshok la chilen sa sone teni shashok la gi gore ma to ba teni ngaso nafshok tak la gigna teni chi ban to yo mare se shashok la gi pi kor ku chi jame yang nafshok la gi teni sida teni ngaso mem bar ke yo sa te ta ngaso khatak cherang ma to ba ji yo mare pan to yo mare teni it is goes on in jiktin gargo ina jiktin tang come after che goes what ni thaba chimbo jungo sadun ngoma te teres
I to kuminjire
dodi jachir jorwa payanji
oh yeah In the Flower Garland Sutra, a very esteemed Mahayana scripture, it is said that it is necessary to transcend samsara. Here, it is what is being spoken of is the need to conquer and to eradicate one's own afflictions, disturbing emotions, in particular one's self-clinging, one's selfishness. Before this has happened, it is very difficult, if not impossible, to be of assistance to others. We, by entering into things too soon, too quickly, we will really just make more trouble than anything. So what is being advised here is, as we said before, to first go to the west, get the water, and then bring it back to the east. This is the proper sequence to follow.
Gongla kyorum zo tan so sama chik pare kong ti nang lan ro de le jamba lo san shi gyab go mendu sha kyang ton de menzen jan de ko pansim tang ne kar kyang lo bar zin chog bu chang bu chog bun tong tin der salang pam pam men re tak chut chugum gema tabr yari sum tan gema le kyang ji chin di uyu gi gema shum bi mum chrum kan ni shot gema andala zin jig param zot tam nam chak char tabr yari sum tan chak cha le kyang yang char ti kha tang ton de mum sum chak chi tam Lutsik Jakchandala Sanbaki, Sumtong Mama Lagde, Lupshit Khan, Sivshat Tamma Lagde, Flipjit, Tana, Salang of Lochton Mendiki, Ranjik Baragar, Nepermzot, Livshut Chujin, Shodna, Gundangal, Nachtam Chambrojadna, Parchirchu, Semzang, Tangni Karjan Yundutsu, Tana Ranser, Wait Petilabab, Leave with Wimby, Relax, Jigbrodut, Narvit Nava Mawa. Nawa mamam restakchut semurwe ranchun khonar jirestu ripi namjur zena telazir salang lohtun mandik jelok ke kangla nyambo mandik kyochati kaumsam jipti mandik ratakchut daksam tantan jogna phanbaramchi ketti mandik ketpo tan zat dukpo mando dumtha chujichut Kirdik Jong Lap Zambu, Lip Zambushi, Tana Salang Mari Matokso, Malarechi, Rekan Zamulman, Arangla Gumko Gugu Drippy Shum, Dafshan Dafshit, Shitsi Retoklo, Tana Jela Vapjang Mashito, Terang Shiang, Manjut Korvichu, Logir Datjang Maga Langsoson, Tana Shiang Sun Yang, Tsindiche, Shimi Chutam Jumna Terang, Tegarang, Yemavdakam Gonshu Shan Nyaji Tir Zawilamam Gombo Shanriz, Songanyambo, Damchu Yeke Chik, Tana Resa Kilim Munduko, Shitsat Gover, Lini, Tamapan, Shitsat Sender Shorni, Tamapan, Samson Chur, Sony, Tamapan, Pan Yig, Janwitila Babasim. Oya Tatini Gongda, Jimson Tini Mambo, Zakatone Natso, Ranga, Tini Yomu Bata Mepa Mashi Gonda. Simchin la pamba dubgona pe kakbore, then di tambo, wimpi ne la tenindu, then kaja tome mambo mashit, then simji nam toyan, then tome kasamlo mambo matoni, wimpi ne la digni, then yamlin yakbo, then jeze, then yamlin chesavi jini, then simjin jiton, yakbo yongre sonita, tianchi titon, then jires ranadana.
So, reducing the key meaning of these many verses or the several following verses ultimately is what is stressed is that before we set about going to benefit other beings, it is important that we first conquer our own afflictions. And once we are able to do this, we will be in a better state we'll have a strengthened ability to do so. So that brings to a conclusion this afternoon's teaching.